Ram brought back the Dakota nameplate in showcar form, but this time it's wearing Nightfall black and a healthy dose of swagger. Unveiled in Sao Paulo as a concept intended for the Brazilian market, the Dakota Nightfall is a tight, four-door pickup that looks far closer to something you could drive home than to a purely theatrical studio model. That's no accident. The design borrows heavily from Ram's full-size language. Think aggressive hood scoop, trio of clearance lights and sculpted flanks, but shrinks it down into a mid-size silhouette that's clearly meant to compete with the Colorado and Ranger class trucks. What's most interesting is how the Nightfall mixes everyday usability with off-road personality. The concept wears chunky 33-inch knobby tires on aggressive beadlock-style 18-inch wheels, a front winch, and a ramper, Ram's roll bar treatment that carries lighting and a spare. Underneath the show gear, Ram fitted a Fox suspension setup, the kind of detail that suggests the company is testing how far production-ready styling can be pushed without becoming purely ornamental. If Ram does follow through, buyers should expect both a street-polished and an overlanding-capable Dakota trim in the future. Mechanically, details are still being guarded, but educated guesses point to Stellantis's STLA frame architecture as the likely underpinning. That platform can support multiple powertrains, internal combustion, plug-in hybrid and battery electric, which gives Ram flexibility for different markets. That said, Ram's EV program has seen shifts in timetable, and federal incentives and program schedules complicate the timeline for any electrified Dakota variant. Still, Ram has publicly signaled a US return to mid-size pickups, and the brand previously indicated a US Dakota is slated for the 2027 model year. The Dakota name carries history. It previously wore Dodge badges in the US before being retired in 2011, but this would mark the first time a Dakota would appear under a Ram badge. Ram will produce Dakotas for South America in Cordoba, Argentina, while US production is expected out of Belvidere, Illinois, when the time comes. For fans who loved the old Dakota's simplicity, Ram's new jab at the segment promises a modern truck that keeps the small truck spirit but dressed up with big truck DNA.